Jen,
Yes.
exciting! Only like a week and a half before the start of the new Bachelorette.
Yes, yes.
You are the lead this season. And not only are you the lead, you're the first Asian lead in Bachelorette history. So how are you feeling? Are you feeling nervous? Are you feeling the pressure from your community?
Not at all. I'm honestly feeling really, really excited. I know what a historic moment this is going to be for so many people. I mean, it already has been since the announcement, and so I can only be just so excited for everyone to watch my journey unfold. And I'm really, in the beginning, I definitely put a lot of pressure on myself to make a lot of people happy because I know what a historic moment this is. But, I came to terms with the fact that I can only be as authentic to myself as I can be, and that's like the best way to go about it. And I really feel like I was throughout my whole journey, and so I'm so excited for everyone to watch it.
Was it always an immediate yes for you? Did you hesitate at all and step back and have to really think about it? Because it's a lot, isn't it? This journey is a lot.
Yeah, I mean, immediately when I was asked, I definitely had some hesitations. I obviously have always wanted to find love. I'm a very hopeless romantic person, and I've always wanted to find my partner. I, at the time, did feel like I was in the right place for it. I felt like I discovered a lot about myself where I was like, I'm ready to be in a serious commitment. However, I didn't know if I wanted the spotlight. I'm a fairly private person, and I just wasn't sure if I wanted everything that encompassed being the Bachelorette at the time. I just knew it takes a certain person to be able to handle a lot of criticism and the pressure. And at the end of the day, I decided that I was gonna be able to do it.
You're very young, you're 26? 26 years old, so are you ready to get married?
I would say I'm ready to get married, yeah. I've gone through a lot of bad relationships in the past, and I've dated, and I've done a lot of self-work. I've gone to therapy, and I'm at a place where I feel like I really know myself very well. And obviously we're learning and growing every day. So I'm going to turn into a different person in the next month and the month after that. And I think we all are, right? We're all evolving all the time. But that's the beautiful thing is like I want a partner to be able to grow and change with me. And that's why I feel like I'm ready.
So what are your 3 must-haves in a partner?
3 must-haves in a partner. Emotional maturity. I want someone who puts in effort. I want someone who tries to understand me.
What are your 3 deal breakers?
Deal breakers. An insecure man. I can't do those. I've dated those. Someone who isn't ambitious. I'm a very ambitious person with my career, and just like I have a lot of passions, and so I need someone who's equally as ambitious or passionate about whatever they're doing. And someone who, if they're not, again, like if they haven't been to therapy, no, that's not for me. I'm not potty training you. I'm too old for that.
So if you haven't been to therapy,
it's not for me, boys. It's not for me.
Did you check? Did you ask that question?
Of course
Your
I did.
one-on-ones, you did. You asked them all if they've been to therapy.
Of course I did.
So how many were cancelled out right away?
I don't know. You'll just have to watch to find out.
That was a raw first ceremony.
Can you imagine the first time just asking everybody if they've been to therapy?
Therapy, no therapy.
Yeah. Immediately, only 2 guys are left.
So you just said you're very ambitious.
Yes.
You've said you won't quit PA school. So how are you going to balance that with your Bachelorette duties?
Yeah, so obviously I am ambitious and I'm an overachiever, and I wanted to kind of do everything at once. So when I came back from filming, I wanted to throw myself back into school. And I was just really, really stressed out because PA school itself is a very rigorous program. It's not something that you can just check a box off and just like kind of go into for 2 hours a day. It takes all of your time, and so I realized I can't really balance the both right now, and I'm taking a little bit extra time off from PA school, and I'm going to resume a little bit later, and that's kind of the best choice for me because I'm passionate about being a medical provider, and I want to be a good medical provider, and so I want to be able to dedicate the time that it deserves later on.
How many times have you said my person or my journey?
Too many probably. But it felt right, It is my journey. It's been my journey, and I was on the path to finding my person. So I said it so many times.
So have you ever dated more than one guy at a time?
God, no. No. I see, it's funny because going into it, that was the other thing that I was kind of like, am I going to be able to date 25 men at one time? Because usually I'm the kind of person that will hunker down on one guy and not explore other options because I'm very, very loyal. And when I like somebody, like I love somebody pretty quickly. I can become obsessive. And so going into the journey, I was very cognizant of that, and I wanted to stay open-minded, and so I had to be aware of that and try to do that as best as I can.
So how did you navigate dating 25 guys? How did you navigate that?
I tried to just live in the moment. Every date I had, like in every conversation I had, I really was just like suckered into the conversation, into the person, and just not thinking about anything else. And so that kind of really helped me.
You have an older brother, don't you?
I do.
So what does he think about this whole journey?
Oh, he's so excited. He's my biggest fan, my biggest supporter. He loves this. He loves, he just wants me to find my person, you know, but he's also very protective. So he is very open-minded and, you know, will slay the dragons that he needs to slay for his sister. And yeah.
What advice did he give you going into this?
He knows how hard it is for me to be vulnerable, and so he really told me to, although to be cautious of getting hurt, he also wanted me to be able to open my heart up to somebody, and he told me to stay vulnerable because that's the only way you'll find somebody.
Did your experience with Joey affect the way you were able to open yourself up? Did that have an effect on you for this?
Yeah, absolutely. With Joey, I opened up to him about a lot of things that I hadn't before in a relationship, and I realized that there's a lot of strength when you show vulnerability. And I knew that because I opened up so quickly, you know, those connections start happening even quicker. And so going into this time being the Bachelorette, I knew that I had to open up to these guys quicker because I wanted these connections to build, and if I'm going to ask all of them to open up to me, I have to do the same. So yeah.
And just how stressful was it meeting all of them on one night?
Mildly stressful, I'd say. I don't think I was too high strung about it because I was excited. I'm someone who I love a good flirt, and I'm a good flirt. So I was excited to kind of just like talk to these 25 guys and really get to know their vibe, and kind of see where things go. And I was really excited at that time because I've been anticipating the moment. So I was just excited to get to know them.
So fun. Oh, one of the guys' cast members happens to be a twin, right?
Yes.
So tell me about who it is and the story.
Yeah, so Aaron is the twin of Noah Erb, who was previously on the show a few seasons ago, and now he went on Bachelor in Paradise, and he is engaged or married. They're engaged, okay. Noah is engaged to Abigail now. And
maybe married soon, or maybe not.
and so, you know, Aaron knew that it worked for his brother, and so he was so hopeful with the process.
Has Aaron been to therapy?
Aaron has been to therapy, maybe not. We'll see.
Good at this already, Jen. She's got this down. What was the wildest introduction of the night? What really stood out?
Somebody came out without any pants on. Just a hospital gown, completely untucked in the back. So full butt cheeks were out. Full butt cheeks.
Do we show that on the Bachelorette? Do we show butt cheeks? Or like little peaches on them?
I guess we'll have to see. I'm sure it'll be buzzed out, but it wasn't buzzed out for me. I definitely was staring at it, but he had a nicer breath than I did, so.
Definitely made a lasting impression, right?
Lasting impression, for sure.
Were there any, like, hot doctors there that you really felt like a connection to?
There were some medical students I had, yes, for sure. And I think it was really nice to have somebody be in the medical field because it's important for somebody to be able to understand where I'm coming from, where I'm talking about like PA school stuff, or want to understand that. And with medical students or anybody in the medical field, it just comes so much easier. So it was really nice to get that.
Was there anyone you felt an immediate attraction to who really gave you like crazy butterflies and you were just like, wow?
Coming out of the limo, I think that there were definitely a few guys that I definitely was very attracted to, for sure. But for me, attraction really comes with the personality. So it was kind of after the first few initial conversations where I was like, oh, I'm crazy attracted to like how you make me laugh, or to the way you carry yourself in a conversation, or to the way you're so interested in getting to know me. So for me, like, a conversation can be very sexy if you play it right with me, if that makes any sense.
Complete sense.
Yeah.
So let's clear this up, because there were rumors out there that you were the first choice for the Bachelorette, and you came out and you spoke about that. So were you always the first choice? Two other girls said they turned it down. What's the truth in this?
You know, all I'm going to say is I was in a few meetings. I flew out a few months before the announcement. You know, I did an interview, I did meetings, I did calls about the Bachelorette position. And every year there's multiple girls who are considered for the job. And so every year there's multiple girls interviewing for it and going through all the same process. And at the end of the day, someone gets announced and someone gets asked and someone says yes. And I got asked and I said yes.
How have the girls been? Have the other girls been supportive?
Yeah.
Friends on this?
Absolutely. Everyone's been so supportive and I'm so happy.
Well, congratulations. We can't wait to watch you.
Thank
and
you.
see if you find true love.
Thank you so much.
Maybe she's engaged. Maybe she's like sitting here engaged with a needle ring up in the safe.
What's an engagement? I don't know.